Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today we have a super special episode of Road to Ranked. I've got one of my best friends in Pokemon and in VGC, Aaron Traylor, and if you guys watched US Nationals at all, you might have seen him on stream, because he actually did finish in second place. How's it going, Aaron?
It's going all right. Thanks for having me, Aaron.
So, yeah, Aaron and I, of course, have been friends really since we started playing VGC back in 2011, and he had a phenomenal run at Nationals. He's secured for day 2 of Worlds now. So he's definitely a name to watch out for. He won a regional back in 2011 and last year, right?
Yes, last year in 2015.
Awesome. So we're just going to play a couple games with his Nationals team. Now, as you can see, it is some of the more familiar Pokemon that you guys see, and I know that some people don't like this format as much because of everyone seeing the same Pokemon left and right, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about why you decided to use this team and how it brought you to a second place finish at Nats.
Yeah, of course. So what makes this team different compared to your standard, Big Six team with Groudon and Xerneas is that instead of having both Megas, Kangaskhan and Salamence, it has 2 support Pokemon, Bronzong and Cresselia. And so that really changes how it works, although it's the same theory, really, you can only bring one of them. You wouldn't bring both Kangaskhan and Salamence to a game unless you're super crazy.
Right.
So this team pretty much gets both of the benefits of the Big B archetype and the Big C archetype. So it really feels like you have 2 different teams in one, and that's really cool,
Yeah, no, definitely. I think also people don't realize that you still have to play really well when you're using this kind of team, especially at Nationals where it's all best of 3 against top level players. I'm sure you played a ton of mirror matches at Nats.
Yeah, so I after Nationals, I went back and looked at each round, and so I played 19 rounds, which is a lot of rounds.
That's a lot of Pokemon, man.
Yeah, and so 11 of those rounds were against Groudon Xerneas teams.
Right.
11, and I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, so I went 7-4 in those rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously, that's a positive record for sure, and pretty good one I would say as well.
Yeah, all 4 of those losses were to Cresselia variants, so I have some work to do there.
Right.
But yeah, I really like the way this team can function, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Yeah, so we're basically just going to play 2 games, standard Road to Rank kind of stuff, but you get to see a top-level player offer some commentary in Aaron, and, he'll probably be walking me kind of through the team since he's more familiar with this archetype than I really am, so should be a fun show.
Oh, cool. Have you played with Bronzong much, Aaron?
But I use Bronzong with dual primals. I've actually never really played it with the Big Six kind of core, so I've never used Bronzong with Groudon and Xerneas. I know Bronzong was actually really instrumental in your run to get second at Nats, so maybe you want to talk about that as we find a game.
There's a very, very particular way I play the Groudon Xerneas mirror matchup. Hopefully we run into one of those teams so I can show you and kind of walk you through what makes that matchup so special, and I think it's kind of fun, One of the things I really enjoy about VGC are mirror matches.
Right.
When everyone was running Talonflame and Salamence on their Big Six teams, I really liked it because if both people led Talonflame Salamence, and you both went for the Draco Meteor, the person who fired the Draco Meteor first and won the speed tie would lose the game.
Right.
Because Xerneas would come in. So, I'm a sucker for mirrors.
Yeah, and we are finally going to get into this episode, so we're going to get into team preview, and as always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like in the video. Go check out Aaron, his Twitter is in the description below, and if you want to see more collaborations like this, definitely let us know. But we're going to get started with this first game. Pretty interesting team here, actually. Kyogre, Rayquaza, Bronzong, Infernape, Zapdos, and Amoonguss. What do you think?
Okay, this reminds me of Rajan's team from Top 12 of US Nationals, where he also had Kyogre, Rayquaza, and Bronzong.
Right.
So, the first things I like to check for on an opposing team are whether they have Smeargle, and whether they have anything that can touch Bronzong. And so, looking at this team, they don't have the Smeargle, so that's good.
That's good.
That's a really good thing. Only one Pokemon on my team outspeeds Smeargle. And they...
They do have Infernape, which is tricky.
Yeah, they do. So I think I might stick with Cresselia in this one.
Right.
So... The question now is, do I want to bring my Smeargle and my Groudon? So I definitely lead with Salamence.
Salamence. Yeah, I guess, especially against Kyogre and Infernape, and Amoonguss.
Let's start out Salamence, Smeargle with Cresselia and Groudon in the back. And
I agree with that. Pretty interesting, though. Maybe you want to talk about why we're keeping Xerneas on the bench.
So Xerneas is on the bench because they have Bronzong, and
Yeah.
Bronzong makes Xerneas really sad.
Yeah.
They also have Infernape, and so my Xerneas is really, really bulky. And, you know, the point, there are two directions you can take a Groudon Xerneas team in. One of those directions, you know, you try and get Xerneas set up, like that's the goal of your team. The other direction is it's just there for coverage and
Right.
to be the most powerful Pokemon in the metagame.
Right.
Yeah.
So we get the Salomon Smeargle lead here against Infernape and Rayquaza. Airlock comes out after. We do get the Intimidate, which is nice, but obviously he's got Fake Out Pressure. We don't know the set of the Rayquaza, which is probably the trickiest thing.
Yeah, that is the trickiest thing, but my Cresselia has Ice Beam, and I'd kind of like to get it in here.
Yeah.
The question is he going to feint sometime?
Right.
F-E-I-N-T. Because, you know, normally I just tell you to double protect. I think that Mega Evolving Salamence and protecting with it and switching Smeargle to the Cresselia is going to be the best thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So that next turn, I can do whatever I want with Cresselia. He can't really touch it, especially after the Intimidate.
Right.
Yeah.
And Feint, like, even if he feints, unless he's got Draco Meteor, he shouldn't be able to knock out Salamence.
And if he feints and Draco Meteors, he's just in bad spots.
Right, because then you just get the free switch him back.
Yeah, exactly. And I can set up Trick Room and do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, both of my Cresselia and Bronzong are Trick Room, so this team really relies on that hard Trick Room mode.
He's going to Mega Evolve Rayquaza. Not much of a surprise there, but, you know, sometimes players like to not Mega Evolve, obviously, to conserve the Airlock. So we don't have to worry about that as much, you know, because we do have Groudon in the back.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he thought I left it behind.
So we're going to get the Protect off. Let's see if he does go for that Feint or whether he just fakes out. Or has that maybe Hidden Power Ice. Nope, Fake Out. Nice.
Okay, cool. Dragons.
Into Salamence. Oh, interesting.
Cool. Alright, so now what's gonna happen?
So we obviously outspeed with Mence now, but the other tricky thing is we don't know the items of the Pokemon. Like, one of those probably has the Sash, another probably has Life Orb.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that the Sash belongs to Infernape here.
Yeah.
This is a tough call.
I think it's tempting to just Hyper Voice here, but that's
Yeah,
me.
I think Vince wants the Hyper Voice here. Question is, what does Cresselia want to do?
Right.
Ice Beam into the Rayquaza slot? Rayquaza?
What do you think about Trick Rooming?
Trick Rooming? It could work, but Salamence is the fastest thing on the field, so I don't really...
Alright, yep, let's Ice Beam into Rayquaza. He's actually switching out, but that's fine. That's a lot of free damage, I think, for us.
Here, but, the 10% to freeze...
Ah, that's Bronzong. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's fine. And so I'm gonna guess this last year is,
Kyogre.
Kyogre.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't set up Trick Room.
Oh, and he actually goes for a Taunt.
That's awesome.
Good for us. Yeah, that's perfect.
Freeze. Come on.
That did more than I expected, honestly. No freeze, though.
Okay.
But, you know, it took 25%, and any damage against Bronzong is helpful if you're not using a Groudon attack.
Alright. I wanna try on this one. I don't wanna knock out Infernape here.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna double edge into Bronzong with Salamence and send in
Smeargle?
I was thinking Groudon. If we're not knocking out Infernape, we should send in Smeargle. If we're not,
Right.
Groudon.
Okay, let's do that. I actually really like that. I think that's clever. Because Infernape right now is basically dead weight.
It's useless. It's like...
And Cress, we want to save because it has Skill Swap and because it can knock out the Rayquaza in the back.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what Bronzong is going to do here. I'm 95% sure it's going to Trick Room.
Yeah, and if that's good, I mean, if he does that, that's even better for us.
Yeah, but choosing not to knock out Pokemon is one of the strongest things you can do in VGC 16.
It's highly underrated, honestly. I think it's so tempting to just pick up knockouts when you can, but...
Oh, yeah. You know, it makes your little score go down, right?
Yep. So no switch outs here. Infernape's also a Pokemon that typically doesn't carry Protect. That Double Edge does a lot, wow.
Big damage. That's not a crit, that's awesome.
He overheats.
Yes.
Probably into the Crest slot. Yeah. So that should take it relatively well.
Those.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's okay. Now it's even more useless than it was earlier.
And he does Trick Room. Nice call.
Cool. Now the question is, what's Bronzong gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, if he has Hypnosis, he could go for that, and that's scary.
Yeah.
The thing is, he doesn't have great switch-ins right now because either Rayquaza or Kyogre can take a lot from Hyper Voice, and then Kyogre can take damage from Precipice Blaze as well.
Yeah. The question is, do we want to Precipice Blaze or Fire Red Punch? I think.
Right.
That's a tough call. I definitely messed up this call against Grant in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
When I knew Kyogre was coming in, but I didn't know where.
I'm leaning more towards Fire Punch.
Yeah.
Should we Hyper Voice here?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. In case Rayquaza comes in.
Yeah, I'm feeling Hyper Voice and then a Fire Punch into Zong. Yeah, and he's in. Okay. Oh.
Euro Ball.
Although he will get an attack off here with. Oh, jeez, that does so much.
Yeah, jeez. I didn't. Maybe all of his defensive EVs are an attack. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't mind this too much though, because then we get Crest back in and Trick Room is up for us now.
Oh, the close combat. That's actually kind of annoying, but Groudon served its purpose. We don't need it anymore.
Right.
That's something you really gotta identify with this team because there's so much. There's not very much offensive presence.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not bringing Xerneas and you're bringing like Smeargle and Crest.
Definitely. Yeah. Like we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacking moves.
Right.
So you really gotta identify, when your Pokemon should, sit it out.
It's like the rain's gonna go up now.
Yep. So I definitely would much rather have my Salamence after this turn.
Yeah.
That would make me a happy camper.
Because then after Trick Room expires, you can kind of just attack everything.
Definitely, because it'll be the fastest thing in the field.
Right.
I think the smartest play here, we should start thinking about time, because we have Smeargle.
Right.
I think the smartest thing to do here is switch Salamence to Cresselia.
Yep.
And
just protect.
I want to say... I don't know what to do with Groudon, because you could just sacrifice him. Or you could not. What do you think the smart play is there?
Tough call. The only issue is if you sacrifice it, then it becomes significantly harder to knock out the Kyogre.
Yeah, maybe just protect it for safety's sake, and then next turn you can Precipice Blades.
Yeah. And
Skill Swap or Reverse Trick Room.
Right.
Or whatever you want.
This is, what, turn 2 at Trick Room right now?
We wasted that extra turn when we didn't KO and Fernape right away.
Right.
So this will be the 3rd turn of Trick Room? I mean, if you include the one that
yeah.
The setter.
Okay, so you just Water Spouts.
Okay. Ooh, big damage. We have that Citrus Berry. So.
It's probably going to Dragon Ascent that slot, though. Maybe put it in Extreme Speed KO range. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Probably expected to switch out to Smeargle. But, okay, so...
Oh, that's my phone ringing. Sorry about that.
No phone's today.
So we have the Ice Beam option or the Skill Swap option.
This is tough.
You could protect the Rayquaza too, but I feel like that's risky.
Yeah, it is. This is so tough. I think you have to Skill Swap and either Precipice Blaze or Fire Punch the Rayquaza. You have to Precipice Blaze to keep Cresselia alive. Sorry, I mean not Skill Swap.
Right.
Good.
Alright, I went for the Skill Swap Fire Punch into Rayquaza. He doesn't protect with either, though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's important to get rid of Rayquaza's stash.
He did Ice Beam, and he's slower, wow. Oh, into Rayquaza. Okay, because he's probably going to Dragon Ascent, yeah.
That's okay. Burn, come on. Big burns. Just
a
like
lot of damage, jeez.
So you gotta call him. If you don't call him, you don't believe him.
You're a prophet! That's super helpful. Oh my goodness. Wow, this doesn't even knock us out now.
On top.
What a legend.
There's nothing he can do. He's done.
Yeah, I think that's actually basically over for him, right?
Oh, he's toast. Oh.
We can just Ice Beam into Rayquaza for sure.
Yeah, you can Ice Beam. This is the last turn of Trick Room, and Cresselia under
right.
speeds. So I would Ice Beam and do whatever you want with Groudon. You can Sword Stance, you can Precipice Blades.
Just Sword Stance.
Maximum bad maze. the reason I said Sword Stance is because maybe he'll protect Kyogre. But I think Precipice Blades is smarter.
Yeah, I'm feeling Precipice Blades. Like, if we can get some damage off, that'd be cool.
Definitely.
Oh, he's just gonna forfeit.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what happens.
I think even without the burn, though,
Oh,
we were in a
yeah.
pretty good position.
We were in a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Mens, I mean, the Rayquaza didn't have Life Orb, so Extreme Speed wouldn't be able to knock out Mens in any way.
Yeah.
So then Mens could just put on so much pressure. And then, like you said, time is something you have to consider, too.
Yeah.
Since
we should've-
he was running out of time there, and then we Crescent Smeargle, you know, if it's 2-on-1, Smeargle can get a Dark Void off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh.
Yeah. Really well played, though. You made most of the calls in that game, and they were pretty much spot on, which shows why you're able to do so well at Nats.
I like to think it's because I believe in my Pokemon and love and trust that they do things like burn.
Is it scary, though? Like, when you choose, like, you know you're not bringing Xerneas, and Xerneas is so good, too. Like,
Yeah. The thing is that a lot of people don't play around, you know, the possibility of all of these strong support Pokemon to really
right.
get the most, like, squeeze the most damage out of Salamence and Groudon.
Right.
Yeah, Xerneas, it's tricky. I bring Xerneas for one of two reasons. One, if they have a particularly Xerneas weak team, and two, if I needed to literally just sit there and take damage. Like, I'll switch it in on attacks that are meant for Salamence or Groudon, or in the worst case, Bronzong. And the third reason, I know I said two, but the third reason is for bad matchups like Yveltal.
Right.
Given that I have two Psychic types, Yveltal's super praise on this team.
They love just going for knockoffs on
yeah,
Crescent
it's
Bronzong.
like every Yveltal's dream. Like, baby Yveltals tell their mommy Yveltals that when they grow up they want to face teams like this.
Right. It looks like we actually got disconnected, so let's hop right back on.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
weird. But yeah, did you run into any Yveltals at Nats?
I ran into one. Aren't I the luckiest dude? Oh my god, I ran into one.
And how was that? Like, were you able to kind of maneuver around it?
I was able to maneuver around it, yep. He had, I don't have my notes on me, but he had Groudon and Gengar to supplement it.
Oh, interesting.
And so what I did was I set up Tailwind with Salamence.
Right.
Ooh, this guy, he has a high rating. Oh,
What the what? 1767 from Mexico. What the hell? So, another Bronzong, like, we just see how popular Bronzong is. Groudon, Kangaskhan, and then the bottom team. Actually, Yveltal, we were just talking about that, so that's hilarious.
This
and
is
then
a bummer. Because
a Venusaur and a Mantyke.
Yeah, we don't care about Mantyke. It's irrelevant.
I feel like I'm being pranked right now, but I know it's legitimate because it gets access to, like, Wide Guard and Tailwind.
Definitely. Okay. Here's what I think. He's got some really strong anti-Xerneas options, and I know he just said
Right, the Venusaur and the Bronzong in particular.
Yeah. Our two options.
But we kind of need Xerneas, don't you think, for Yveltal?
Yeah, our two options here are that I can Salamence, Smeargle, Bronzong, Groudon. You know, that's my fallback on everything.
I think Mence definitely as the lead here works out
Mence,
nicely.
I've led Mence in 100% of my games with this team.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Yeah, Mence lead. And so then the other lead Pokemon, you can bring Smeargle or Xerneas. I wouldn't recommend Groudon here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Xerneas. And then
Yeah, I was feeling Xerneas too.
Yep.
Mence, Xerneas, Groudon in the back, and then for the last one,
Smeargle.
we're feeling Bronzong, Crest,
I
Smeargle?
think Smeargle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Smeargle.
Just because he only has one real way to deal with it. If Kangaskhan doesn't get that attack off,
Yes,
Smeargle could get a big
definitely.
Dark Void.
Yeah, he doesn't have his own Smeargle, so he's gonna lose his Smeargle.
Right. Alright, let's see how this goes. Venusaur is also something you're familiar with because you played against it at
Oh my
Nationals.
god, yeah, that was. Oh, I was flipping out, man, when I saw that I had to play against Venusaur. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's a really interesting because I know Gary had it and then Bjorn, both
Yes.
players in day 2
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah, me and my friend.
Pretty interesting counter to Big Six. And Mantyke comes out!
Oh my god.
This is a pretty good lead for us though, I would say.
Yep, it is.
Although I don't really know what offense Mantyke offers.
You can watch out for Ice Beam. I'm not so sure.
Right.
Mantyke's mainly known for its Wide Guard and Water Absorb, I think. So, you know, my instinct here is to tell you to double protect and just see what he does. But it's Kangaskhan, so it could side power up punch, which is
Yeah, I'm fearing the side pop Tailwind play.
Yeah. That would be pretty sad. I don't really see a problem with protecting Salamence and Geomancy on Xerneas, even if you think that's Xerneas, which he is probably going to do. We get to see what Mantyke does, and Xerneas will take probably negative damage for the fake out. I think it might
Right.
actually heal Xerneas. Yeah.
Might as well just play on the safe side. I like that.
So we do have to be really careful here. Our only speed control is on Salamence, so if Salamence goes down, we gotta make sure that it doesn't go down. Because then our Pokemon will have to rely on Moody Boosts to be fast.
Right. And we don't want that.
Yep.
Alright, let's see if the fake out does go into Xerneas. I feel like it will, but might as well play safe.
Fake out. Nope.
Nice!
Yep, there we go.
Wow.
It could get roared or whirlwinded or something. I wouldn't.
That is true.
Xerneas doesn't need Geomancy to beat a team, is really the point of the team that I have. You know, Moonblast is gonna take out Yveltal, whether or not it's +2.
Right. What does Mantyke do?
I'm
Or
guessing
is it
a
gonna be a roar?
whirlwind. Haze, there we go.
Oh!
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's fine still. Like, he's still intimidated at -1. Now we can just do damage.
Yep. So... Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you can protect Xerneas and Tailwind with Salamence. That's one option. Or you can Double Edge and Moonblast into Kangaskhan, because Mantyke is probably going to Wide Guard.
Right.
That's really good.
Yeah, I like the double edge Moonblast option.
I like
honestly.
that too, because he doesn't have anything good to switch it in.
Right, like, I don't want to protect when we have offensive, you know, kind of an advantage right now.
As I mentioned,
So let's just go for it.
As I mentioned though, if we lose... Oh, buddy. Oh, please.
What's coming in?
Oh.
Watch it. Is he wide guarding too? Please wide guard.
Delicious Yveltal.
Oh, no wide guard. But still, that's delicious.
They provide me with nutrients. Oh my god, this is great.
I don't really know what he was expecting. Maybe he was like, I don't need Yveltal,
Maybe
but...
he might Icy Wind. That might be...
That'd be cool.
But that doesn't matter.
I don't mind that, honestly, though, since our Xerneas is still at full health.
Okay, so, yep.
Oh, wow, you did call it. Nice.
Yeah, that's okay. We do have to be...
I mean, Xerneas literally, like, took negative damage there. And Men's still being healthy, like, we can just switch out and switch back in, too.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best play because, as I said before, Tailwind is going to be an issue.
Yeah, that's my fear, because he's still got Groudon.
If he sends me Groudon here, we're okay.
Yeah. Haze is cool, though.
Yeah, that
Kangaskhan coming in.
Doing a number on us. Oh man, I can just see the title of this video now. Man.
Haze! So Kang comes back in, he can fake out. Obviously, you can just Icy Wind and, like, the pup is what I'm fearing.
Yeah, I would just Moonblast Kangaskhan anyway and go to Groudon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
No repercussions. Xerneas has done its job. Xerneas can take as much damage as it wants now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harder for him to deal with Groudon now, which is the main point.
What's really important in the future is keeping Salamence alive to deal with Groudon.
Right.
Yep. It's that just went to like the top of our priority list.
Let's see what he does here. So far, so good, but our opponent does have an advantage to bring the momentum back now. He does go for the pup.
Yeah, believe in your dreams, buddy. Oh god.
Big crit.
Oh man, I can't believe this. We're getting so lucky today.
This is hacks.
Yeah, first this Mantyke totally calls our bluff on every turn. It's okay, I'm feeling the special attack drop in this one. Come on.
Oh, that would be so helpful, man.
Oh, bummer. It's okay.
Yeah, just
Even
win.
Oh, I guess +2 is a bit of a bummer.
But the interesting thing is now we can, I mean, we could go, it's like, do we predict the protect and then just get the free knockout? But that's so risky. Or we could double up into Kangaskhan.
Yeah, I'd say just Fire Punch and Moonblast it. What's gonna happen, you know?
Like, he's gonna get a knockout on one of the two, right? But, like,
yeah.
Then we still have Mens.
Actually, you could protect Groudon, or even go to Smear. Oh, I don't know. Don't want to get too fancy here, but I would definitely expect that Double Edge to be going to Groudon because, you know, his last is probably Groudon.
Right.
And Xerneas?
Although I would think he would try maybe Xerneas because his Groudon is going to be faster than ours now.
What?
But I'm not sure. Alright, we're running out of time. What do we
I'd
say?
say protect Groudon and Moonblast Kangaskhan.
Alright.
I believe
Let's
in my
see.
Xerneas. Xerneas eats its Wheaties. Come on. Show me the money. Wide guard. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You wide guard, Mantyke.
What does Kang do?
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Oh, that's not fine. Oh. Oh, I believe too hard. Or probably close. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just chucked it. Sorry, team. Oh no. Okay, this is pretty simple. We'd need a double protect if we go to Salamence here. Do you believe in Groudon?
Or, wait, if we bring in Mence... Oh, because he's going to return on...
He could Sucker Punch Mence.
Shoot, yeah. Right, I forgot he had Yeah, that's bad.
But if you send in Smeargle, you have to pray for a Moody Boost, so I think that we'd rather send in Mence.
Yeah.
Pray for a double protect. I feel pretty dumb about that Xerneas call.
Yeah, I was like, he's probably gonna return Xerneas, but I don't know, and like,
I can't wait for this. No.
So should we try to go for the double?
Do you believe in the double? We need both.
I believe in it.
Smeargle alive to block the end game here, so I believe in the double.
Let's do it.
Double and Tailwind. Let's do it.
Tailwind, you say?
Tailwind, yeah.
Yeah.
So that when he knocks out Salamence.
Come on! Ripping pepperonis.
I feel like I just lost whatever, like, 2 fans I had gained previously. Oh.
Hey, at least Mantyke memed on us. That Mantyke was actually really impressive. I think the call would have been... Like, we sacrifice one of Groudon's Xerneas, but we take the trade-off against Kangaskhan, because then it's Mantyke and Groudon. Yeah, and then we had Mence in the back, so then Smeargle could come in and help Wide Guard for Icy Wind, because Mantyke can't touch it otherwise.
I would go for the Dark Void here just for maximum disrespect, and then leave. You know, Dark Void and get out, because it doesn't have attacking moves.
Oh, the freaking...
My Aaron's YouTube legacy is gonna be me getting destroyed by a Mantyke.
Oh, he's helping hand, too.
It's okay, Dark Void's gonna hit. Yeah.
Big plays! I think, like, Bronzong maybe could have helped. I don't know, like, I agree with this Miracle Call. It's just so hard, like...
Where Bronzong would have helped there is that, you know, switch Groudon to Bronzong.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But, you know, there's no way to know which, you know, whether he's gonna go Kangaskhan or Venusaur. Yeah, just get out of here. We don't want this anymore.
Chuck a loss there. Respect, though. I mean, I felt like it was okay, and it was just that one call that we didn't make correctly.
Yep. That's the kind of thing you beat in best of 3.
Right. But otherwise, I mean, well played to our opponent. That moveset was honestly really strong. Like, I didn't really know I had access to Icy Wind. You called that.
Yeah.
But that gave us a lot more difficulty, because it meant, like, Mence just couldn't, you know, freely attack with it.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, that's the sort of stuff that's
what can you really say?
Here in Retro.
But yeah, that's going to conclude it for this episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a lot of fun having Aaron on this, and, you know, he showed, obviously, some top insight and some, some Mantyke weaknesses there in the end, but it was a blast having you on the episode, man.
Yeah, it was great to be here.
You can redeem yourself at Worlds, or maybe another episode if the viewers enjoyed this one.
Mantyke and I'm just going to crumple.
Anyway, that's going to conclude it for this one. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, please, and go check out Aaron on social media. You can follow him on Twitter. It's in the description below. He's still really embarrassed. Oh man, I had a gut feeling. I was like, we should just protect Xerneas, or maybe just double up on there, but I wasn't sure. Because I trust your judgment, but it's all good, man.
Yeah, it's...
Mantyke MVP.
Whatever, man. I have $2,500 for Pokemon and they don't, so... Alright.
Alright, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you later.